No way, he just said this. A recent free agent signing in Cincinnati is already impressed with Joe Burrow. We're going to discuss why, as a Bengals fan, you should get really excited and how this means Joe Burrow is going to go off on 2025 season. Despite having an already monster 2024 season, how he could possibly even do better. Welcome to the jungle. This is Isaac Coffman with Bengals Digest. So glad you stopped by. And if you want to be up to date on all the news, all the notes, all Bengals, smash that subscribe button now to get in on the discussion, to join the community. The season is fast approaching, and there's so much to discuss before we get into the season. Well, there was a recent free agent signing in Cincinnati, and he had a lot to talk about when it came to Joe Burrow, even in the short time that he has been here. And we know Joe Burrow. We know he is the franchise quarterback. He just went off last year. Despite what the records show, Joe Burrow was the bright spot for Cincinnati. Like we would expect, he is the franchise quarterback. It feels like as fans, sometimes we're a little spoiled. We get used to it, but it's amazing when we look back on that season. We'll come back to that 2024 season, but let's get to the comments of the free agent that was recently signed. It was Lucas Patrick, and he had some history with Green Bay. He's been with the Chicago Bears, other teams, but notice what he had to say. He said, I was there, which he was talking about in Green Bay, when Aaron Rodgers won back-to-back MVPs. It would be cool to watch another MVP again. Little nuisances where he gives guys adjustments. We were installing something one day, and he went into detail exactly what he wanted and what he's seeing, and that affects the front. It's pretty impressive. Wow. Coming from a guy that could be a starter. He could be at either the left guard or right guard. They picked him up here in the offseason, and he's already raving about Joe Burrow. Now, to us, we might be like, okay, yes, it's Joe Burrow. We know he's great. Just stop for a minute. Just listen to that. A guy just came in this offseason, and he's already raving about Joe Burrow. That just speaks volumes. That's just incredible that someone so soon is already speaking that highly of Joe Burrow. And again, we're used to that. Just going back to the stats. Let's run through the stats here because I think we're just spoiled as fans. I just want to say that. Why Joe Burrow? I get it. They didn't make the playoffs. Why he was not even in discussions in the top 5, at least MVP. Why? Look at these stats. Last year, Joe Burrow was first among all quarterbacks. All quarterbacks. Almost 5,000 yards passing. He was first among all quarterbacks in passing touchdowns. He was first among all quarterbacks in passing attempts. He was first on Bengals all-time record completions, 460 completions. And he was tied among the lower end on quarterbacks with only 9 interceptions last year. His QBR 74.7 was third among all quarterbacks. I get it. MVP, that's the teams that are going to be in the playoffs. They're going to be going far. But most valuable player, the Bengals wouldn't even be sniffing the playoffs. They wouldn't even be close. They had that stretch down the end of the schedule where they were that close. If they would have won just one more game, everybody points to that New England week 1 game. But if they would have just won one more game, they were in the playoffs. Who's to say what would have happened then? When you get to the playoffs, we've seen it happen. We think of the New York Giants that went on to beat the juggernaut Patriots, the undefeated Patriots. Just goes to show you just got to get to the playoffs. And the Bengals, who knows? We can sit here and debate that all day. They still had a chance. They were electric on offense because of Joe Burrow. We have to stop and think about what he has done for this franchise. It's incredible. It really is. Joe Burrow, I mean, we could go on and on, but it's a relief. Just think as a fan, Cleveland has 4 quarterbacks that they're evaluating to be a starter. Think if you were in their situation. I really feel for Cleveland at times. As much as they're rivals, you kind of feel bad for them because it's just, what franchise does that kind of thing? And that's not talking all the years and years of different quarterbacks. Here we've had Joe Burrow for the last 5 years. Just enjoy it. That's what we have to look at. Look at what Joe Burrow's done. It's a fun show to just watch whenever he is playing. And I just have to say that as a Bengals fan, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm thinking of his mentality. What makes Joe Burrow so special is he's nicknamed Joe Cool. He can play under the pressure. So it's interesting to see as the season goes on what we're going to see, because he put up such monster stats in 2024. What is there to come for 2025? Well, again, you have this new left guard going back to Lucas Patrick. He's already raving about what he is seeing. Going back to those comments, it's like not only is Joe Burrow, he's known for his accuracy. He's known for that chemistry that he has with Jamar Chase. He's known for just being cool under pressure. But here he's also saying about his IQ. He knows what he wants, and he talks about, this is what we need to do in practice. This is what we're set out to do. And this is coming from a guy that just got signed. That's exciting. That's just awesome to think about. Again, it comes back to that locker room as well with Zach Taylor. You can say maybe the downs, the cons of Zach Taylor at times, his play calling, but that locker room, bringing in that kind of talent and having that chemistry. We already see that. Joe Burrow has that factor. It's that it factor. Now, the pressure is definitely on Zach Taylor now, because you have this franchise quarterback. You have all these weapons in Jamar Chase. You have T. Higgins. You have arguably one of the better running backs. That's another video we can touch on. Chase Brown is an exciting player. You know, he didn't put up these like earth-shattering numbers, but if you were watching him, he was an exciting player to watch. He is one that also takes the pressure off of Joe Burrow. But it comes right back to Zach Taylor. Now is the year to put it together. You have a franchise quarterback that everybody's on board. Guys are coming in as free agents and are buying in. They are ready to go. This should get you excited as a fan and what that means for this franchise. We've been to the Super Bowl. We've done that in the past few years. And every year, if not in the playoffs, right there. Still enjoy it, but also don't take that for granted. You know, Joe Burrow is determined to get back to the playoffs, but this is definitely the year to do it. He's got the weapons. They've got everybody healthy as of now. Everything is lining up. They've got new coaches that might be where you make the argument, okay, with new coaches coming in, maybe that messes with it. Everything is coming out. Everybody is buying into Al Golden, the defensive coordinator, taking over from Lou Anarumo, but it's more simple. Everybody's loving it. Let's go. As a Bengals fan, I'm hearing this comments. Let's focus on the positives. There's been a lot of this cloud with Trey Hendrickson, all these contract talks. Let's focus on the positive. Let's get this going. We have Joe Burrow. Let's not forget. I know that sounds so obvious, but don't take advantage of that. Let's enjoy what kind of season is coming up. We've got Jamar Chase. We've got T. Higgins locked in with Joe Burrow for the long term. So what do you think? We want to hear from you on these comments. Does this get you pumped? Does this get you excited for the upcoming season? You know it has for me. I heard these comments and I was just like, I can't wait for the season to start. If this is coming from a guy that just got brought in, he's a free agent coming in, trying to get a starting role, trying to win that spot. What do you guys think? Do you think that this is going to be the year for the Bengals? How excited are you for this season? We want to hear from you. Comment below. And again, if you have not already, smash that subscribe so you'll be up to date on all things Bengals. So that's going to do it for now, guys. But as we say, Who Dey?